Okay, when you lay out the Great Dane sweater, it's only two pieces, both laid on a fold. Depending on the age and the size of your dog, you might need to add a little bit here, fabric-wise, if you don't have good stretch. I'll show you in just a minute. So you might add a little bit here and here. This is right underneath the arms. Here's your armhole. Here's your armhole. Age of dog, if it's a full grown, I usually add a little bit of length. I don't like it when it only goes to their waistline. I like it to go further. So I add length on both ends. That's just my own personal preference. First thing you're going to do is you're going to put the two seams together and you're going to sew right here. Okay, you're going to start with this armhole, right sides together, armholes together. Okay, armholes together. Bring it down. Okay, once you get the side done, you're going to go up to the top and put the shoulders together. And repeat on the other side, starting at the armhole. Oops. Don't you love how Jersey always rolls on you? Okay, something I do is when I get to the second side, down at the bottom, I just keep on going. Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzies. Oops. That way I just serge the whole bottom. Once you're finished, you're just going to do a nice turnover and do a stretch stitch around the bottom. So once you get to the top, to the neckline. You're going to do your ribbing. And I'm assuming people have done ribbing before. If you haven't, ribbing is very easy to do. You're going to quarter it so you know where your pieces are. And the pins just mark my quarters for me. Some people will do a little nick. Some people will mark it with ink. Don't really care how you mark it as long as you know where your marks are. I've done the same with the collar. The collar is quartered. I only put those in the bottoms to keep the fold nice. I do the seam in the underneath part instead of the top part, which is going to be here. I do my ribbing for the neckline at about 3.5 inches so that when it's all done and good, it'll be 1 and about 1 1/4, 1 1/3 inches will be showing. I do it 1/4 less size because I want the stretch. And I'm sure if you're using a serger, you know that you don't serge with pins. So just be very careful as you're doing this part.
Go.
You're going to make sure you do a nice stretch. And the reason we want it at 1/4 with a good stretch is so that it doesn't go down around their chest. Okay, repeat. It doesn't have to be as big, but repeat with the armholes and take your bottom and make sure you do a stretch stitch. Okay, one thing. Okay, oops, need to trim that. Okay, one thing be very much aware of is your fabric and your stretch. This particular fabric, which is the direction, has got a really, really good stretch. So, a quarter, 1/4 taken in from this is good. You could actually go a little bit more. This one has got a good stretch. This one, not so good of a stretch. So, you might want to, instead of using the same fabric for the ribbing, use a ribbing fabric. And if you're using one of these fabrics, you want to make sure you give the chest room at least enough, because you want the sweater to be snug, but you don't want it to be too tight that they can't get it on. And that's the reason for the big armholes, because they got big, I can't think of the right word, lanky legs. Anyways, I hope this helps you.